Well, hi, Craig. Welcome. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I was looking forward to this.
I feel nervous because you actually have a podcast and sort of doing a bandit show. But firstly, let's start with, can you explain your role in one sentence?
Well, I help senior leaders get their time back, clear the noise and chaos, and stay focused on growth by running the day-to-day tasks with clarity and strategy. That's how I would sort of phrase it, unless you want me to go in more detail on how we do it.
No, I think that's brilliant. What's the most unexpected thing about your job?
The most unexpected part of my role, switching from strategic partner to detective, therapist, and then tech guru support, and all before 10 a.m.
I think people underestimate how much tech goes into it and how you are the first point of call for tech breakdowns.
Yeah, and I think I'm great with that because in the past I used to build computers, putting in motherboards and putting in the RAMs to upgrade for my computer gaming sort of times when I was younger. And then in Tottenham Court Road in central London, you could go to flea markets for PCs and buy all these extra parts and then just upgrade your PC at home, which I love doing. So when it comes into the office, I basically know, okay, well, let's do this, let's do that, and maybe plug it in first and see if it's switched on. Because, all IT people, is it switched on? Of course it's switched. Oh, no, it's not. Thank you. It's
Yeah.
working now.
I suppose if your colleagues or your execs know that you've got an IT head on you, do you get leaned on even more?
Yes, a lot more. Especially because I also have Macs. So I work with Mac as well. So a lot of the transitioning of the execs are going from notepads to iPads with the pen and stuff. So for them to set it up within the system of the intranet within the company, IT would you have to go down and book a session in, and it's like, oh Craig, could you help me with this? It's like, yeah, okay. What you need to do is download it from here, upload it. You need to log onto this, and then it's all set up, and it's like brilliant. So that's one way for you to be, valuable assets,
Yeah.
indispensable when you're in a team, and everybody knows who you are, and that's the whole point of making sure that your personal branding, everybody knows you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a really nice addition to have to your skill set. And then did you say that your office systems run on Mac, not on
No, no, so we can. So we have PCs. Everybody has a
yeah.
laptop, but some of the execs and taking notes, they normally would like to have their iPad. So connecting to a intranet and how to connect to
Mm,
the company's intranet is totally
mm,
different to connecting a PC to the internet. So that is because everything is on the cloud, so you have to log into your cloud for it to access your folders from the internet or the SharePoint, and that's where that makes them confused about what to do and how to do that. Until I know
yeah.
how to really do it, and once you've done it once, you can do it, and you do that 1,000 times. It takes the thing over there.
Yeah.
Go and ask him, and it's like, and you have all these partners standing around you, and you're like, oh, what have I done wrong? And you're looking around, and it's like, well, we've heard that you've done this for your exec. Can you help me do it with mine? And I was like, okay, let me go to your desk and let's go. And I'll
Yeah.
walk you through it step by step so you'll understand it. But after I've walked step by step through it, they will forget.
It's the sort of thing that they stand and look at you like you're some magician making something happen. And to you, it's so simple, but to them, they're like, wow.
Wow, it's so true. And I like that feeling that you've helped somebody. But then what happens is they will come back next week. Oh, this is not all right. And they come back next week. You're like, I'm so busy right now and I can't deal with this. And that's what you're thinking in your head.
I know. When I first joined the family office, I know nothing. I didn't know the difference between a USB and a USB-C. And on my first day, I was organising the wires in these huge zip-up bags, and it all had to be. Anyway, at the end of like week three, let's say, me and my colleague had printed off A3, like picture picture what they're called, because otherwise people will come to you and go, where's this, I need one of these, do you know how? And me and Pippa would be like, oh my god, I don't have a clue. So we had this like almost like a dictionary of
Of
what things
images.
were. Yeah.
But I'm hoping that with the Wi-Fi and increasing and the G5 and all that, that those wires will be going. So I'm just looking
Mm.
forward to it. No, I've got a. I don't know if you have one. Do you have like a kitchen drawer They're like the bottom drawer that's got just wires, and you pull up this like spaghetti sort of wires and trying to find out the
Yeah.
cable. Yeah.
And you keep them just in case you'll need them.
And you never see them again in 2 years' time. And they're like, I saw that cable somewhere. Where is it?
I know.
True.
And now they're forever changing. Now everything seems to be on USB-C, and then next year it'll be something else, won't it? So yeah,
And
always
it's
updating.
frustrating because they're not cheap. If you lose the wire, like from a Mac or something, it's like £25 to get a new cable.
Yeah,
And it's like, well, stop changing it and still use the old one. And I think
I
it's
know.
not good for the planet, is it? If they keep changing. 'Cause there must be landfill somewhere with all these wires just chucked into it.
I know, exactly. Um, moving on to, so what's one thing people totally misunderstand about assistants?
Well, for me, they don't know that I'm assistant because I'm a male. So therefore it's like, oh, you're an office manager or you're a manager. And it's like, no, I'm an assistant. Really? So that is quite sort of they shocked. The other one is that they only think that we support execs or leaders, but we do actually support entire teams, which is a great thing because we're giving our knowledge and helping everybody in the team so we can work together. And the
Mm.
fact that it's our position is also a stepping stone role for those who want to join a company, they always tend to go, okay, well, I'm going to become an assistant so I can get into the company and then probably springboard into a position. But some of us have, for me, it's career built on influence, impact, and partnership, and I love that. I love that.
Mm.
So I don't want to be going into a manager. I don't want to, but I'll probably end up going to like a managerial position. But I like to be part of the EA community. I really enjoy it.
I think it would feel strange moving out of the EAPA role into another role within a company because suddenly you wouldn't be the one that everyone comes to for help. And
Yeah,
when you need help, you'd be helping everyone. I think you'd naturally still work with the team and help everyone to do little things. And then you forget that you actually have a day job and you're like, oh, haven't done that.
that's
Because I think it's
yeah,
just a natural instinct, isn't it?
it is. It is, and I've been doing it for almost 20 years now, so I don't know how to undo it. If you know what I mean.
Mm. Yeah, I know. I get what you mean. And what's the most extraordinary thing you've ever been asked to do?
So I had an exec, and she went to an event, and she had this beautiful dress on, looking stunning. And then the next day, she came into the office, same dress, and then she asked me to go and pick her up a toothbrush, toothpaste, and some 6 denier stockings. And I'm like, what the hell is denier? I had to go to Boots, and I'm walking around trying to work out what is denier. So I asked one of
Yeah.
the employees there, and they said, oh, that's the thickness of stockings. And they said, oh, is it for you? And I'm like, no, no, it's not for me. But you look at that large. I'm like, no, no, it's not for me. And that was a bit awkward. I'm so glad I didn't have to do, get knickers or something. So that was the extraordinary thing I had to do. Yeah.
My God, I love it. And did you have a relationship with her that you could sort of laugh and go, yeah, yeah, of course I will? Or was she like, oh my God, I'm in the sticky, this is it, I'm in trouble. You need to go help. Or was it like funny? Was she like, oh
Oh no,
no?
it was funny. It was hysterical, and and we had a great relationship.
God,
I
that.
said, should I buy a couple and we can keep them in the drawer just in case future? And then she started laughing and no, 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 it's fine, just one.
I love that story. What's one task that you secretly love doing?
Okay, so I enjoy building SharePoint because it's really great because you can actually connect it to Salesforce. So by helping my exec who looks after a lot of other execs and want to know what the pipelines is, so building a SharePoint where each exec has a pie chart of all their pipelines of all the work, which is extracting all this information from Salesforce. It actually helps my exec to, when they're doing the reviews or checking up on the execs and how they're doing on the pipelines. So, and I also build SharePoints for where helping onboarding processes to help newbies who want more information and connecting it to the internet. So that's what I enjoy doing.
So, how does that work? Do you do it on like an Excel or how does that sound
So
very technical?
So what happens is So OneNote also connects to the SharePoint. SharePoint is when you open up a browser, you've got the top, I call it the waffle, there's 6 lines, dots. You click on there, and the SharePoint's a web browser-based platform. And then you can add pages. So it's building like a website using a Microsoft SharePoint, and then you can connect everything else externally into this like a website, but it's internal, so nobody else can access it externally, only you, and only you can add people who can access to that SharePoint. So it's like an intranet, but you can build it specifically for whatever you want to use it for, pipelines, connected to Salesforce. So that's what I enjoy doing.
That's very unique. And what advice would you give to a brand new assistant starting tomorrow?
I think don't try to learn everything in one day. Learn from your leader. Learn what their style is, how they work, how they world ticks. Be curious. I think curiosity beats confidence at the start. So ask smarter questions and listen twice as much as you speak. I think that is really important when you start joining. You can ask questions, but I think listening more. And I always say write down notes. I was onboarding somebody and they had no notepad, no pen, and I'm telling them all this information. They go, oh, okay. And then when I ask the questions, oh, I can't remember that. So always have a notepad. Write them down. That can be your Bible for when you start.
Yeah. Curiosity over confidence. That is so clever because it's so true. Just ask questions, ask questions, ask questions, ask questions.
I would rather somebody ask me a question, but if they don't ask any questions and then they don't do the task, it's because they never ask questions. And I think I'm always asking questions, and I'm learning every day, not for 20 years.
Yeah, same. Well, thank you so much for answering all my questions. It's been really nice to chat today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed it.